Hi and welcome to this Community Box tutorial on how to set up your form designer. The first thing that we need to do is to log into our dashboard and head to Form Designer here. The second thing to do is to make sure that we're working with the correct directory. You may have more than one, and so it's really important to make sure that you choose the correct one from this drop down. The profile form is the information that you're going to gather from your members, and you can decide whether this information is then visible to the directory publicly. So I'm going to go ahead and go to business name and click in here. So the question title, this is the question that you're going to be asking your members. So I'm just going to change this to what is your business name. The input name is for your admin use only, and then the details label, this will be shown once the user has gone through to the pop-up. So we can leave that as business name. Placeholder text is just a hint for your users, so you could say what business do you use? And then we can decide if it's editable by the profile owner and you as the admin, or just admin only, or no one. The no one is a useful tool if you are importing data from, say, a Google Sheet, and you want that particular piece of data to not be touched by anybody. We can decide if it's visible to the public or just admin, and we can decide if it's a required field or not. We can also decide if it's searchable or not. And can we order the profiles by this field? So I am going to allow that, and I'm going to say it's a required field. So I'll update that. And all the fields are fairly self-explanatory. You can add more fields here, and it will show you a list of the fields that you can add. You can also delete fields, so I'm going to delete the Facebook one. And you can also move fields around. So I would like the phone number to sit underneath the contact email. The other field to note is this one that's automatically appears, called industry. Now this is a category. So if we click into this, we can see here at the bottom are a load of tags that have already been inserted by Community Box. Now you can change these tags. If you would like your users to be able to search by certain tags, then this is a really useful field. So I'm going to get rid of all of these, and I'm going to add in specific ones like Hatha, meditation, vinyasa. I am going to call it styles of yoga taught, and then I'm going to change these to styles of yoga, and then I'm going to say this is editable by both profile owner and the admin, and it's visible, it's a required field, and it is searchable. So here I can then say how many tags I want my users to be able to select, and here I'm going to say any. If you have quite a lot of tags here, you may want to restrict this down to say 2 or 3 so that the card of that person, it doesn't become too messy. But I'm going to go for any here, and I'm going to say the ordering strategy is alphabetical. So we'll update that. Now we've set up all the information that we want, we can now decide which information is going to show in the overview designer. So this is when a user comes to your website and they see the directory for the first time, it's that small piece of information. So you need to decide which information is the most relevant. Once they click into the pop-up or click on someone's profile, then all the rest of this information will be shown. So I'm going to go ahead and go for to show profile photo. I'm going to take this out and put in first name, last name, and then underneath that I want to see the business name. Categories, so we've already set out our styles of yoga, so that's our categories. And then business summary, we're going to keep that very small. Location, yep, we're going to put the location in. And then social media, let's put in Instagram. And we absolutely have to hit update. And that's it. So the next thing for you to do is then to set up a couple of test profiles so that you can see that information and you can preview that. If you go to your tutorials up here, there is more information and more videos on how to do that. If you need any help at any point, please do reach out through the beacon down here and one of the support team will be happy to help.